So 2023 is already coming to an end and 2024 is just around the corner, and with the new year coming, I'm sure a lot of you are debating or thinking about what New Year's resolutions you want to set. And I was looking back on my 2023 and all the healthy habits that I've included and adopted into my lifestyle, and I thought I'd share in hopes that it will help you with setting your New Year's goals. And don't worry, I'm not really good with changes either, but these habits were relatively easy, so I'm hoping that this will resonate with you. In 2022, I would not say I was the healthiest mentally, physically. My habits were just all over the place. I think 2023 version of myself was a much better and healthier version. Number one is sleeping early. I love waking up early. I love getting stuff done and being productive in the morning because that actually dictates my mood for the entire day. If I sleep in, if I wake up late, then automatically I feel like FOMO. I feel like I missed out and I feel unproductive. Usually my sleep schedule is from 10:30, then I wake up at 5:30. If I sleep at 11, then I try to wake up at 6 in the morning. And that's not to say that I don't have days where I sleep at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I just try to avoid it. And if I do sleep late, then I try to wake up late as well. Number two is I cut alcohol out of my system. Not completely, but like 90%. So last year I went a little bit crazy on the alcohol, a lot more than I would usually intake, and I went partying a lot more. I think after COVID we just kind of broke loose, and that came with sleeping late. And you know what I said about me waking up late? It's just, yeah, not a fun time for me. That's not to say I don't have a drink or two here and there. Like, I don't avoid alcohol, but I just kind of avoid the settings. So of course, if my friends, if it's a birthday or it's a special event or we're out for dinner and they offer wine, of course I will take a glass or two, but it's like the shots and the heavy drinking that I cut out. Number three, have your alone time and invest time in yourself. So I used to be the person who would hate being alone. I would always have to be socializing. I would always have plans. I would always be on the go. But this year, I try to slow that down a little bit. I took time alone. I would spend time alone, and I try to think of like the bigger picture. Not just like what am I gonna do this week, next week, and all that. More like, okay, in 5 years time, what do I want? Or right now, what do I need? And I would start listening to myself and doing exactly what I needed, and that actually made me happier and more confident with myself. And this is one thing I really recommend you do, especially if you are like a social butterfly like me. Number four, intermittent fasting. So I know there's like pros and cons to intermittent fasting, and it works for some, it doesn't work for others. For myself, I started doing this because I am a snacker. I eat all day, every day, almost every waking hour, and I just realized that I have no control over myself, and that's something that I want to fix. So I mean, it comes with, you know, I said I was drinking all the time, and that led to like drinking until 5 a.m. and then eating and then going home to sleep for a few hours to go to work, and it was just a vicious cycle. And cutting the alcohol really helped with this, but cutting alcohol left me with the habit of snacking all the time. So I started off with fasting from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. and then once that got easier, I followed what my mom does, and it's the 16-8. So you would fast for 16 hours and then you would eat for another 8 and then fast for 16 hours and eat for 8. So the schedule that I follow is I stop eating at 8 p.m. Once I stop at 8 p.m. I fast for 16 hours, which would be 12 p.m. And from 12 to 8 I would eat whatever I want, really. But then right at 8 p.m. I stop eating, and if I'm really hungry, then I would just drink water or whatnot. And then yeah, so that's the 16-8 method that I follow. So I thought I would never be able to do intermittent fasting. My mom has been doing it for years and I always looked at her and thought she was crazy. But when I saw a video of what it actually like helps with and why it's important to do it, that's when it really hit me, and that's when I really wanted to do it. I'm gonna try to explain this to the best of my abilities, but when you eat, when your body consumes food, whether that be healthy food or unhealthy food, whatever food you consume, your body produces insulin, which is used as an energy source to an energy source. So when this energy source is not fully used up, like there's leftover fuel, then your body stores it to fat. So from eating for 8 hours, my body is producing insulin for 8 hours and then it stops for 16 hours, which then gives, you know, there's less leftover fuel and it'll not get stored to fat. So I think that's why so many people see dramatic weight loss. Me personally, I haven't seen a dramatic weight loss. This I think plays a factor with, I have thyroid problems, so I think this plays with my hormones, and that's that, but I've accepted it, it's fine. Last but not least, water consumption. This may be something super easy for most, but for me, drinking water was so difficult. Like, I just get lazy. I started buying this cup, like the Stanley cup, and this helped me drink water actually. And I know women are supposed to drink like at least 2 liters a day, but I was constantly dehydrated. I never drank water, like I didn't really feel the need to drink much water, but once I started drinking a lot of water, I think my skin got nicer and I started to feel better. So yes, I started drinking water. It was a double-edged sword because since I started drinking so much water, I got so obsessed with these cups. I think I bought 5 within the past year, so maybe that's something I need to work on in 2024. And that concludes my 5 healthy habits I've adopted in 2023. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's and stay safe, happy, and I'll see you in 2024. Bye!